Oh my God, what is that?
What is that?
Oh my God, what is that?
Você consegue captar as vibrações, vem até nós. Agora meia-noite.
Mano, pior que mexe esquisito demais.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. The last thing I would ever do on this channel is to merchandise more PSYOPs for you. All of the corporate media are PSYOPs looking to control all of us, and we know that the Central Intelligence Agency wanted to plant alien stories in different countries around the world in order to trick the public into not paying attention to the horrible things that are happening there. So I don't want to push alien stories on this channel. However, I will give a little caveat. I have dinner with a member of Congress who sits on this task force, who gets these classified briefings, and they look me in the eyeball as I laugh at them and, like, with deadly seriousness, grab hold of the tablecloth and is like, this is real. Like, with stern urgency, like a religious zeal and zealousy. Like the UFO, like, I'm not saying that they weren't, this member of Congress wasn't saying they're aliens. They're saying, like, interdimensional beings making contact with America and communicating with our government and then doing like a technology swap for power is real. And that they've been part of briefings and have seen things at military bases that would blow our minds. And I really respect this member of Congress. So I was like, okay, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover what I think is interesting that I can't explain, that has like some type of video evidence to it, right? So when people say they have video of a 10-foot tall alien on a island in Brazil, and that pops into my feed, I'm like, well, there has been a lot of reports of 10-foot tall aliens wandering around the earth. And while there was a race of people that were effectively derived from fallen angels called the Nephilim, that like, you know, fallen angels, demons came down to earth and bred with humans and created an entire race of people called giants. They were giants. Maybe that's what Goliath was. And are we seeing the reemergence of that? Because in the end time, they're supposed to be giants. So is that what's going on in this in this footage that's ping pong balling around the internet? You see here, and you can hear just sort of like people talking in the background. You see here what looks like a very big creature standing on and surveying on a cliff, right? Let me read to you about what's going on here, okay? Let's, you know, I don't speak Portuguese. I'm maybe you do, but I don't. So we're going to mute that clip. Hikers capture footage of 10-foot tall alien on hilltop in Brazil that shows him surveying landscape from above. Hikers enjoying a family day in Brazil managed to get video of two creatures they claim are aliens. Eyewitnesses say they spotted these aliens in Brazil, and the footage of the elongated 10-foot tall figures have gone viral on X. Mysterious figures stood atop a hill that wasn't possible to reach the top. Both of them were moving their arms quickly and remained standing on the hilltop during the entire video. So that is what the reporting is here. Nobody is necessarily doubting the authenticity of the video. And this is how it's being covered. Brazil has a history of possible alien sightings, a significant one with a UFO incident in 1996. However, this is the first suspected sighting of aliens on this specific location in Brazilian history. But the user was sure they spotted aliens. However, there's a basketball player that says it was just me on a hike. Oh, okay. Got it. Viral video of a tall alien on a hill in Brazil may have been debunked, according to an international basketball star who's claiming he was in the clip. Italian athlete Felipe Mota, who plays for Brazil's Flamengo club, posted online about the confusing clip, made the rounds. Others thought it was an alien, but he says the clip on a hike was him on the mountainside. He's a tall dude. He's 6'5" in height, which is, you know, really tall. And he says that he was on the trail and that people were filming him. Felipe claims his 6'5" height is something that folks have always poked fun at And he showed off a tall, lanky guy, struggles to deal with life on the daily, but he admits he'll warn people the next time he decides to go on a hike. Okay, so this is him. He's a pretty tall dude. So that's what he says. Now, we're noticers. We simply pay attention. It is our superpower. And we've noticed there has been quite a number of reports of 10-foot tall aliens. Aliens in Miami. Eerie footage shows 10-foot tall alien type creature floating above Miami cops. Now, this is the footage of that. You can see this sort of like creature right there, or whatever that is, there with the Miami police. And the kind of like really weird, tall being. The Miami police say that those are just two normal people walking, and what you're seeing is a shadow. I don't know. There's a bunch of commenters, a bunch of anons online commenting saying like, this doesn't make any sense. This was definitely the eerie footage captured Miami police response to the incidents New Year's Day appeared to show an alien type creature floating around. The video is widely shared by conspiracy theorists. And the cops say that they were simply responding to a teen riot outside of a mall. This does seem to be a pretty massive police presence for a teen riot. I mean, look at the number of cop cars there. I mean, that's crazy, man. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. There's a lot there. There's a lot of cop cars. What do I know though? I'm not a cop. Miami Mall was shut down by police for rumors being spread around of a 10-foot tall aliens. They got a community note saying that this was a group of teenagers fighting. And that's what brought in all the cops. So, it is what it is. Emerald Robinson says that the aliens are appearing right when the Epstein files drop. Almost like the CIA makes this stuff up to distract the masses. Well, there you go. That's good. That's a good meme there, actually. Okay, so, is this the first time that we've had a report of 10-foot tall aliens? Nope.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Someone calls 911 reporting two large figures in their backyard.
No, I'm so nervous right now.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro blacked out that part of the video because it's considered private property. What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
Okay, so this kid, and he's recorded a video about it and everything, said that he saw the 8-foot tall aliens in his backyard, right? He says that you can see them in this video. For the life of me, I've watched this video, I can't see them. For the life of me, I can't see them. And also, if there's really, do you really have to turn the camera away? I don't see it. Again, I don't see it. The footage of this stuff is always so goofy. It's always so blurry, right? Like this. It's always so blurry. You never get actually good footage. You never get anything. Here, this is a new UFO piece out today. Bizarre footage shows UFOs hovering over Philadelphia and then merging into a cluster days after the Miami 10-foot alien sighting. So they say these little white dots go and merge together in the sky in Philadelphia. Of course, the person didn't have time to stop the car driving. They were driving. This has been uploaded and embedded from Reddit. But you can see, you kind of see the little white dots. Could be balloon, could be like a balloon. Anyway, the point of this video is that while there certainly looks to be little something up there floating in the sky, it's too far away. It's not clear footage. You don't see jack actually. So there you go. And then the person, it's so important to the person that they don't even stop their car on their way to the bagel shop or whatever to go get a cheesesteak, right? So whatever. This is the only one that actually got me. So this is the one that has actually got me this week. I've done a whole read on it, but this week footage shows a alien jellyfish craft not visible to the naked eye hovering over a military base in Iraq. Now, this one actually doesn't make any sense to me. This is the only one that I've actually had my jaw drop on, because this is filmed with thermal image goggles, And you can see whatever this is, it's changing temperature. And it's like translucent. And it's a pretty clear image because this is filmed by our military. And it just looks crazy. I don't know what it is. It's like clear. You can see the buildings in the background. You can see dogs running around. You can see like what looks like just the normal Earth. And apparently this thing like speeds up and goes underwater and then shoots out of the water, which is crazy. So this is the only one that I've seen that actually like made me catch my breath a little bit and say, what the hell is this? What the hell is that thing? Blurred military footage has revealed mystery jellyfish-like UFO. The UFO is only seen on thermal cameras and flies over a U.S. military base, which tends to happen. So is this like some type of special spy device, right? I don't know. Jeremy Corbell is an investigative journalist and filmmaker, and he says that this footage is 100% legitimate, along with, of course, other people who worked at the base. Floating jellyfish UFO haunted U.S. military base in Iraq for years, says former Marine intelligence analyst who shows infrared video to colleagues. Ex-Marine broke his silence in 2017. UFO has been a ghost story of the base. The ex-intel analyst states that the theories that we had didn't fully explain it. So let's read here just for a second. Okay, so video emerged this week showing what looked like a craft with dangling appendages gliding invisibly over a secure facility that could only be seen on infrared cameras. It kind of just ended up being like the ghost of the base, says Michael Kokoski, who was stationed at the base in Iraq. He told a cable channel News Nation last evening. It didn't seem to be posturing or threatening us at all, Kokoski said, but added that the base was not taking any chances during his highly unusual nighttime encounter. And today, Kokoski revealed that he had just heard from a fellow Marine team member who saw multiple recordings of the jellyfish from different locations in Iraq. So what, I don't know. Stuff's crazy. I'll let smarter people and people who've actually done the research do the explaining here, or just the basic like breakdown of what you're seeing on camera, because I don't have any way to explain it. All I know is that what members of Congress told me about UFO like changed my opinion about the seriousness with which I take some of these videos. Some of the stuff, oh, I'm just a tall basketball guy and you thought I was an alien. Some of that stuff's silly. The other stuff is like, okay, how do you explain this? Like, how? Let's let an expert explain, or not. Watch.
Does not look like a traditional UFO, like a sphere or a saucer, but this shape has been seen since the beginning of UAP or UFOs. They call it the Jellyfish UAP. It's in thermal. It was filmed on a weapons platform. You see that there's a dog there. You see the animals are black. I'm assuming this is black hot. You see the object just went to white, and you'll see it going from white to black, white to black. And that's basically showing the heat differential. So it's going like hot and cold, hot and cold. The problem was the optics platform was jammed. These individuals who target with these platforms, they can shoot out an Al-Qaeda tire at 27 miles away, but not being able to lock it was one of the first signs that something's weird. I was able to find direct eyewitnesses and corroborate that this event did happen. When individuals would target in on it with the optics, the way it was described, each of these hanging things, they were stiff, like they weren't moving. They had geometric form, like scales. What was said to me is scales, like an armor. There were also people with night vision who were out and they were tasked to go look for it. Couldn't see it on the night vision. Only in the thermal spectrum could it be seen. But anything that looks like that appears to have a payload, that's a big deal. It could be dangerous, so these are high priority. But what happened is there were a couple other nations involved, and the feeds were shut, just shut immediately. So that put me on high alert too. Why is it completely being shut down? But that's not all it did. It goes out over a body of water. I'm told it stops on a dime, descends into the water, stiff into the water. And for 17 minutes, nothing. And boom, this thing comes up out of the water and shoots off at 45 degrees, just like that. It looks very much like what I've heard that has made incursions into nuclear facilities, because I know for sure, fact of the matter, there is footage from inside a nuclear facility. And I'll just say it, Pantex, that's the one, man. Something that appears identical to this moves between these nuclear silos and shot off again at a 45-degree angle. What it is, I don't know, but now, when it goes over a body of water, I do have some footage of that. This is when that same object, a jellyfish UFO, goes out over this like, you can kind of get an idea by that distance now how far these optic systems can reach. When it gets to that point where it's over the water, every source that I have talked with who is aware of this footage, that footage exists. You've got a UFO or UAP descends into the water stiff, comes back up, and then shoots off 45 degrees. Now, this was taken by an intelligence agency and buried. So I don't know, man. These are the cases that spark me.